We want to install cork on finished plywood or concrete. We sand it to smooth it out. And then we vacuum. We then apply a Portland type skim coat to make the surface smooth while removing imperfections. We are only showing the first coat, but on plywood it is done twice with 1 or 2 hours in between coats. It's important to get rid of all excess material and debris to maximize smoothness over the surface. We pull a chalk line from the most exposed wall at its widest point, a width of a tile. We then roll the contact cement water-based glue across the whole floor. We just want to roughly spread it over the floor, making sure that it's all covered. It takes about an hour to dry and it lasts a couple of days. The dry glue on the ground will activate the dry glue on the tiles. Once it's dry, it is okay to walk over it without shoes, but avoiding bringing any dust. You can see we have already placed the first row to the interior of the chalk line. The key is to create a very tight joint. We can squeeze and push the tiles in order to minimize any potential gap between them. Even though the tiles are well cut, cork is a natural material, so we can manipulate or turn the tiles around to ensure we have a good fit. Here, we're cutting a tile. The cuts can be done with a regular knife or in a table saw with a sharp blade. The objective is to make them fit perfectly against the wall. We typically use 12 by 24 inch tiles, and when we offset them by half a tile, we get a continuous look. Then, with our hands or a small roller, we apply pressure on the joints. Here, we're measuring again to cut more tiles. These are the ones that will go in between the exterior of the chalk line and the wall. Since our starting point is a full width of the tile, each tile will be cut slightly to ensure a tight fit along the wall. This wall that is the most exposed will be seen as one of full tiles and not narrow ones. With a 100-pound roller, we then roll all the joints. After going in one direction, we then go across the floor. If there are any gaps, they can be filled with a wood putty. Depending on the tile color, this can be done with either a white, light oak, or a dark tone. You can find this putty at any hardware store. Once the putty is dry, we stain it with a touch-up stain provided and we wipe the excess. After the stain is dry, we put a couple of drops of the oil provided and rub in it. Now we're ready to clean the floor. We typically want to wait at least 4 days to let the oil cure completely. If you must clean it prior to that, we recommend using a minimum amount of water. Since we're using the Rubio Hard Wax Oil system, we also need to use the Rubio soap. With this combination, you will see a clean and beautiful appearance. Every time you use this product to clean the floor, it leaves a deposit of oil over the cork, so you are always revitalizing it. To use it, you pour a small amount of it in a bucket of water, and then you soak and rinse the mop. One bottle lasts about 80 washes. And that's it. Now you have a beautiful floor.